Well, we recently reported on Duluth's Tech Village ramp and many of the safety concerns for those who use it every day.
And Northern News Now's Madison Green heard from city leaders today about those and other downtown safety concerns and joins us live. Madison, there's been so much frustration among business owners there in recent years and months.
Dan and Laura, you're right. Lots of businesses in attendance of this meeting brought up specific incidents they've faced simply by working downtown, like inhaling drugs just because others nearby were smoking it. And while those on the panel may not have had specific solutions for those, they were able to report positive numbers regarding downtown safety and what the next steps are.
I've worked downtown since 1995. Is this solvable?
It's a question many who have frequented downtown recently have regarding safety.
Some of the things that we're seeing as far as a trend within our calls for service are not around violent criminal activity. They continue to be these quality of life issues. Quality of life issues are difficult things for us as a police department to fully deal with on our own.
That's why Police Chief Mike Ceynowa was joined by other community safety leaders on the panel. Many who showed up demanded a response from the police, wanting to know what the department has done in the past year.
We've worked very closely with our city attorney's office. Some of that involved creating additional new ordinances or enhancing our existing ordinances around behaviors in the skywalk. It also led us to leverage new state statutes.
Nathan Kesty, another panel speaker, is the outreach partner for the Clean and Safe team. His workday is walking the streets and skywalks, interacting with the people practicing unsafe behaviors.
We want a compassionate solution to what we are seeing. That is the yes. Because if we give up on each other, it'll just follow us someplace else.
Although none of the panel members believe there is one single solution to a safer downtown, they agree it will be a combined effort consisting of care and control to get there.
Call me, call 911, call everybody, and someone's going to show up.
Chief Ceynowa added every time they are able to crack down on a focus area like the parking ramps, they see that activity move to other spaces like the skywalks. He said that we can expect to see more of this unwanted activity there. In the meantime, they will add more patrols.
All right, Madison, thank you so much. Live to us from downtown Duluth. Madison, thank you. Now, we did do some checking as well. The top 5 calls for police in downtown are unwanted persons, disturbances, medical calls, welfare checks, and theft.
Let's leave. Let's get